Hi there, this is Jason over at Geek Life Radio, and you are watching the tutorial on how to upload your podcast to Geek Life Radio. By now, you should have received all the credentials that you will need to post and upload your show in an email that was sent from us after you were accepted to have a show in a time slot on the station. So, first thing we want to do is get a couple software applications. One is for being able to upload your show, and the other is for adding MP3 tags. Both of these are free, so no worries on having to spend any extra cash to do this. If you already own a different FTP client or meta tagging software, feel free to use those. And if you're familiar with the process, yeah, just feel free to use whatever you have, but assuming that a lot of people are not familiar with it, that is mainly what this tutorial is for. So first thing I'm going to do is open up my browser and kind of show you the two that I'm recommending just because they're free pieces of software and seem to work really well. I've worked with both of them in the past. So the first one is the FTP client, which is FileZilla. And this is the piece of software that you will need to actually upload your show to our server so that it'll play. Real simple, it's filezilla-project.org. You see a screen like this, obviously, and you just click download FileZilla client. Don't try and download the server, just download the client. Second piece of software is an MP3 tag editor. Now, there's a whole bunch of these out there. I found this one to work really, really well. So just go to the website here. It's mp3tag.de/en/ and let's see, where's the download link? Don't be fooled by the free ad here that asks you to download a different MP3 tag editor. So you can just go to download. And yeah, here's the exe here. So just click this link right here to download this. I know this site seems a little sketchy or whatnot, but there's no spam or spyware or anything associated with this, and it works really well. I have used it a number of times myself. So I already have the software installed, so we're not going to go through that process because I'm going to assume that you understand how to install software. So let's start with the M3 or the MP3 tag software. I'll open that up here and blow it up here so everybody can see it. This part is pretty important, as what this will do, if you're not familiar with how MP3 tags work, is it will actually list all the information about your show. So that way when it shows up on the website, it will have everything listed correctly. And I can let me show you real quick on Geek Life Radio. You'll see we have now playing. This will actually show your album art for your podcast. And it shows the name of the show. In this case, this is just a song playing, so this is showing the name of the author, the name of the show, and then this link here actually clicks. There we go. We have one that switched over to now Sims 3 track. So you see Steve Jablonski, and then the name of the song. And then you'll see this buy/subscribe link. If you click here, I'll just go ahead and do it. This actually brings you out to Amazon, so you could buy this track. Let's back up here. And in the case of your show, instead of going to Amazon to buy your track, we will actually link this here to either your homepage, or if you want to link to like iTunes so people can subscribe to your show, whatever really you prefer, we can set that up so it goes there if somebody clicks the buy subscribe button while they are listening to your show or see it on the station. So anyway, what we're trying to accomplish with the MP3 tag is to make sure this information here is correct. So let's go back over to our MP3 editor, and then first we're just going to import your show. Trying to go file. Let's see. New. Why is we have to drag it in? Change. Load playlist. Cut sheet. No, we don't want any of that. Let's go. Here, we can just minimize this. I actually have a show already set to go for this on my desktop, so I think the easiest way to do this is to drag in here. So right now I'm going to use a show from the Green Up podcast. So we're going to take their show and I'm going to drag it into here, and we can blow this back up again. And now you will see that here is the show that is in here, some other stuff that's associated with it, and go ahead and let's click on that. Now this particular one already had their metadata set up, and you see when you click on it, it shows the title, which is Green Up, 61, artist, Ryan Beagley, and you can switch this however you want. So what I usually would say is, like, if you have a title for your podcast, like whatever it is, something about your show, put that in the title. The artist, I would actually put in the name of your show. So go Green Up. Album, this can be really whatever you want. If you want to have a name of an album, so if we just say Green Up, you know, episode 61, that's fine. And then title, let's see if I can actually find, well, this title would be, let's just, for whatever purposes, let's just say it's talking about Xbox. Okay. So that would be, you know, kind of the general, you know, how you would lay this out. You can go ahead and fill these pieces out too. The year, you know, all this stuff can be filled out. None of it will show inside that on the website, but you can fill it out if you like. The image here, you can put an image here for your show. It's not really necessary, as I am doing this piece on the back end to make sure that all that works out. So from there, once you have all this information filled out, all you're going to do is click Save. And then you'll see this little message pop up. Click OK. And then that will automatically save it to this file in that location. You see it's still in the C user, my desktop. So we can scroll back down here, and then here is the MP3 still, and it added those meta tags to that file. One thing that you also want to make sure is when saving your podcast, make sure you save it with the name that we give you in the email. So in this case, Green Up, it's the actual name of the file, and I think if it's probably correct if I go to the properties here. It's actually not. So the name of the file for these guys is actually going to be Green Up, just like that. We're going to hit OK. And that way it's saved as Green Up. But when you actually, when you actually save the file, it needs to be saved as the file that I give you. And the reason we want it to be named the same file name every time is because when you upload it to the server, we want to make sure that it overwrites your previous episode, so that way it overwrites it, and then your most current episode plays in the time slot. So real easy there from the metadata standpoint. So at this point you're done with this, so we'll just minimize it for right now. And then now let's look at the FTP client to actually upload the show. A few things here. How you log in to this is, again, you will get this information in an email prior to obviously getting and with this video. But host name, you'll see if you can see it here. It's 96.31.83.94. That never changes. Everybody will have this exact same host name. But again, this will be sent over in an email if you have not received it. Username, you'll get your username and your password. That information goes right here, green up, and then password. And all you do is click Quick Connect. Yeah, we're going to abort previous. That's fine. And then you see it says successful, and you are now logged into the server. So how you upload, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. First here is your local site, right? So this is where you can navigate to where your MP3 is actually being stored on your computer. In this case, it's on my desktop, so I'm just going to click here to desktop. And then this shows your file structure. Down here shows the actual files. So you see right here I have the greenup.mp3 on my desktop. And that's the file that we're going to want to actually upload. Over here, now you see the remote site, which is actually the Geek Life server that you're going to want to move this file to. Which in this part is very important, because if it doesn't get moved over correctly, your show won't play in the time slot. So first thing you want to do is, I don't know if it shows up just like this, you want to expand that box. We're going to go, make sure you're in the media folder, so let's just click media. We're going to go to shows. I'm going to click shows, and then you see there's other folders here. You will find your shows folder in this list. So in this place, here's Green Up. And you see here is their previous show. And what we're going to do in order to upload our show, and you'll see even on your first upload, this piece will be in your folder, because we always do the first upload for you to make sure that everything's working and playing right. So, and you see these are named exactly the same, but this is last week's show, last modified on the 9th. I might actually be uploading the same show. Well, no, because this is the 14th, so this is the show from today. So what we're going to do is take this and simply move it over here and drop it there. And you should get this message. If everything does right, it'll say, hey, you're moving a file that's already named that. Just keep it on overwrite. That is perfect. And click OK. Now you'll see down here it is actually starting to upload to the Geek Life server. So let it do its thing. You don't want to close this window while it's uploading. So make sure you can just keep the software running. It's not going to hurt anything. It's very, very low labor. So you can keep doing whatever you want to do. Just minimize it and move on. But once this is finished, you're done. Then your show has been successfully uploaded to Geek Life Radio, and then come your time slot during the day that has been chosen, you should be able to tune into the station and hear your show. And that's it. That is how to upload your show to Geek Life Radio. And as always, if you have any questions about the process or concerns or anything else, you can always reach out to us just through the website at geekliferadio.com or email me at jason@geekliferadio.com. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.